just got back from my parent or from my parents
Why is it not
from
hitting it?
my aunt's and uncle's place, and so doing some of that.
Did you eat turkey or did you eat ham?
Oh yeah, I ate some turkey. All right.
Oh, you eat turkey, huh?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I think definitely my favorite is probably now stuffing and mashed potatoes.
Something about side items. Whip
Hey,
inside.
caveman, pass that bong over here.
Holy shit!
Oh my god,
Nice
no
catch,
way.
Skip.
Here you go.
Okay, like,
That was cute.
so did you bring us any, Can Boy? Did you bring any home?
Nah, I
That
wish.
potato?
I brought you home a nice little Dr. Pepper.
Oh. Well, that's good.
Hey,
And
Jared.
I won a Kit Kat. Who would have thought?
Very good.
How'd
Yeah,
you win
we
it?
played like this little like board game thing, and I don't know if you heard of it. It's called Left, Right, or Center. I don't know.
What,
pretty
was this
simple.
a church function?
No, surprisingly not. It was just a family thing.
I was topping the 4-stroke off the other day, Jared,
Yes, sir.
and I got all these containers, and there was a G on. I had a couple with a G, and I was just putting regular gas in, and so I poured it in, and it smelled a little weird. And then I looked down, and I saw another one labeled gas. It was lighter fluid, and so I filled it with lighter fluid. I'm like, I don't think I better run that, so I drained it.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a tough tank to drain. What'd you do? Take the tank off?
Yeah.
You did, huh?
Yeah, 3 8mm, and I keep that hose a little loose, and I cut that strap that holds it to the shroud.
Huh?
I cut that, and then I just put a tie wrap in there so I can just whip that line off real quick when I want to.
I tell you the
Lighter
truth. I've
fluid's
never
basically
went for it.
kerosene, I believe, isn't it?
I think
Say
it would
what?
burn.
Lighter fluid is basically just kerosene.
Yeah, it's got this weird smell to it, and it burns different. And I burned some of it in my fireplace outside.
Or grade.
But it might have burned it, but I was like, yeah, gas isn't that expensive.
I passed by a kerosene pump today at the gas station, and $8 a gallon for kerosene. I'm like, whoa.
I didn't know y'all would have a pump for that in your area. That's amazing. I've never seen it.
Yeah, some of the stations have kerosene pumps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people
we-
still use some kerosene heaters and shit in the winter.
The kerosene heater's usually pretty efficient, right? I mean, it's a sipping kind of thing. At $8 a gallon, it better.
Fucking
Yeah.
$8 a gallon, they
Yeah.
can't afford that. That's
They use a wick.
yeah, poor people use that to heat their houses because their heater's broke or something.
Well, long story short, after talking to my cousin for a little bit, he got me to he invited me to go airsofting with him, so that's gonna be fun. Yeah.
Very cool. Where's
Probably
the
bring my Uzi, and I'm just bought a sniper rifle, airsoft gun. So of course I had to get the ghillie suit and the all the accompanying.
I wonder if you can diesel one of those airsoft pellets.
I don't know. Mine's spring loaded. It's not. It's not.
Oh, it's not
CO2.
air fired. Okay.
Yeah, the one that I'm gonna get is CO2 or is
All right. Did you read the messages on the board? He said he would use it, bro. Just send the damn thing. Don't make him wait.
Well, no. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. I've been asked this before. Several people have offered me shit, right?
Uh-huh.
And I fucked up because I could have had a frame and a motor. But here's the deal. I have a classic car outside. It needs a shitload of work, right? I would rather spend my money on that car than on a bike. If he sends me a motor, I don't have a bike to put it on. I can't put it on that Huffy. Because the Huffy, the wheelbase is too fucking short. the fucking rims are, sketchy. I got sketchy rims. I'm just not going to put the money into it that it would deserve. You know what I'm saying? So like he would be wasting his time sending it to me. I would love to have it. Like if I had the money, and a frame and everything that I needed to put the shit together, and give me a free bike. Oh yeah, fuck yeah, give me a free bike. But fucking, I just have other uses for my cash at this point. I got a good bike. I like it. It runs the way I want. I'm happy. That's all the money I need to spend. That's how I am in this hobby. That's my situation. I'm not the guy who's, trying to break a speed record. I'm trying to go as fast as I can and have a good time. Nobody's riding with me, so there's nobody I'm trying to keep up with. I'm just by myself.
A similar thing, too, Skip. I ain't gonna lie. Am I going slow?
Right.
I don't really know.
I'm going fucking plenty fast enough for me. Feels fast enough.
Every time I look around,
I'm cool with it. I don't need to spend no more money. I got a bike that runs great. I'm fucking done. I put some gas. I've been putting gas in it now for a year and a half. Gas and go for a year and a half. No issues at all. I'll just ride that motherfucker and put gas in it.
Overall, then you know what you got to save up. You got to build the whole bike, man. You got to get it in a box. Got to send it to them. Now that you done promise you're going to give them one,
Dude, sending a fully built bike is not an easy task. I gotta say.
Well, overall, we'll just ride it up there.
Damn. Not only that, I'm not your speed jockey. I'm not fucking Andrew. Send it to Andrew if you want to set a record, right?
Dude, send it to Trent.
Yeah, or send it to Trent.
Yeah.
It sends to me too. What is it?
Yeah, there's plenty of other guys out there who want to bust their nuts on the road.
Trent was in the chat earlier. He only stuck around for 2 or 3
Yeah, my bones are so old and brittle. Next time I hit the road, I'm just going to fucking shatter.
He said his body.
Got to start taking some of that natural calcium.
No shit. I need something.
Yeah, dude. Dude, the best kind of calcium that you
My
can
age,
get.
man. Fucking when you get old, man, fucking you fall down. It hurts.
The best kind of calcium that you can get is for the stuff that's from vegetables. You don't want to be taking that stuff like dark green leafy vegetables. The stuff that's like in pill form is horrible for you. It's like shock.
Look, here's the kicker. You guys know me. I'm a fucking stoner. Fucking, I like to get stoned and ride my fucking bike. Right? Okay. I wrecked last summer, knocked a tooth out of my fucking head. Fucking, and I was only going like 25 maybe when it happened. Right? I don't need to be on a fast bike.
Were you wearing a helmet?
Yeah. My face hit the road right here. It was an open face helmet. I hit the road face first.
Yeah, that's the deal. Is that when I immediately suggest whenever you put a motor on a bike, you get a full face helmet.
Yeah, right.
I live in the Oasis of freedom.
We had that discussion before. You start looking like too much like a motorcycle.
I'll be more crazy when I break the record. That's what I'll be more crazy. It's gonna be a problem of how small of a sprocket can I get on one of these bikes.
But there's two distinct groups in this hobby. There's the guys like me. We got Bry. He's like me. There's a couple of Jared's kind of like me.
Yeah, it's like what I was talking about. It's like what I was talking about yesterday or last Tuesday when I was like, there's the guys on here, there's the guys on YouTube, and then there's the guys on Facebook.
Yeah,
guys on Facebook, those guys are the crazy guys always do CNC stuff 90% of the time, and then you guys cast stuff 90% of the time.
It's the race group and the ride group.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think I find myself somewhere in between.
Right.
I somehow have race stuff on the cast block.
You're in denial. It's okay though. We understand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm in denial that I'm trying to say that I'm part of the race team.
It's part of the addiction. It's a phase. It's a phase you go through before full conversion to gearhead.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're going to get tattoos.
Hey, dude, I was drawn on myself earlier today with. Dude, you could have not said that at a better time because all my. Oh, you can't even see it now.
He's got part numbers written on his hand.
Yeah.
And Sharpie? Oh my goodness.
I love my MX, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. MS 460. Piaggio, Piaggio for life. Get that
No,
tat-
but it's all cool, man. Yeah, I mean, but,
Okay, that Sealy Science had a crazy old white guy on there one day. He said, "Come over here, Henry or whatever, dude. Show him. Show him." And he pulled up his sleeve, dude, and he had the motorized bicycle tattoo, dude. And
the motorized bicycle tattoo?
how about a motorized bicycle tattoo?
Okay, okay.
It was a little motorized bicycle with the guy on it ripping. It was cute as shit, dude. And yeah, I was jealous. Never wanted a tattoo, but I thought
Wait, it was cute.
I thought about getting
Are
that.
you calling the guy cute?
I told you, man, I'm going to get 50cc tattooed on my shoulder
50cc?
with chains around it.
Oh,
Mm.
oh,
I'm just kidding, man.
I know. I wasn't, though.
I'd never be able to think of anything good enough to get
I
my.
was super
tattooed on
impressed with
myself
him.
permanently.
Yeah, he was like a motorized bicycle god, practically.
Dude, I want to get well, I don't even know.
And he was only barely sober enough to lift up his sleeve.
You're going to be a doctor. Don't get tattoos. What's wrong with you?
I'm not gonna be a doctor. I'll be, I don't know, some kind of
Yeah,
engineer.
you are.
I'll work on like machines.
50cc.
I'll work on the
tattoo.
robots that work on people.
Yes, whatever.
Yeah. Tattoos and lab coats don't work, man. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Unless you're working in the ER, then it's okay.
You can have tattoos, face piercings, pink hair, and everything. Nothing stops you.
That's true. Nowadays you can, can't you?
Yeah. Dude, I would have swore that the face tattoo, it's a no, you can't. The gauges, the septum. There's no way you're ever going to get hired. And apparently, it doesn't stop anybody from getting hired at all. At
Man.
all.
No.
I'm
Nowadays,
stunned.
the shit I see nowadays as an old man, I'm like, I can't believe I'm in the same world. To tell
No.
the truth, I mean, really, it's really that much different.
Basically, what it made it is that everybody lied to you the whole time, dude. Yeah, I feel more lied to than anything.
Oh no, they didn't lie to me. I know the truth. They made
No, I didn't think they were going to get a job, but they did get jobs. They were
and
supposed to be able to.
nose piercings, but they didn't lie to me. But I guess it's nothing new. The youth have always rebelled. It's true, man. It's true. We were there at one time. We would fucking, you guys would be appalled if we told you our stories. You'd be freaking out. You'd be going, what the fuck? You did what?
I'll take your Motherboard 85 Avenger. I'll polish it to a mirror shine, then mail it to Jared to display as a bookend on his virtual screen.
Forgot to turn the comments on.
Oh,
Been
man.
missing everybody.
That's good. I like that one.
Was good.
What Kenneth Cooley just said. Reading the chat. Second message down from the bottom. Or second message up from the bottom. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, that's one thing. I am surprised that nobody's really polishing their motors. They are aluminum, after all.
You know, we talked about it the other night, dude.
We did mention it.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody.
All the work these guys do on their motors, but nobody's polishing them.
It will make it shiny, get really, really shiny.
Yeah, hell yeah.
If I liked any of that, I might. I mean,
Coming right up.
it would not be hard to do that. It honestly would not.
No, yeah, it would make a nice little afternoon project.
Really hard to do it, but it would be fucking hard. You'd be at it for a good fucking while. Stop
Well,
it.
I mean, if you had a polishing machine, you know, it might improve it.
I mean, you just like kind
Bright
of
wheels.
you just sand a little bit, and then polish a little bit. You know.
Sand it a little bit, polish it.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you got nicks, you might want to wet sand it.
Yeah.
That sounds like work.
And then buff.
Yeah, I don't know. The hardest part is getting in between the fins and all that shit. All the little nooks and crannies.
Oh, man, it sounds like a lot of work, man. It does.
I'll go for a ride. I'll be back. Check it out.
My motor's painted black.
Yeah, mine's
You're
painted
gonna
black
have to
too.
strip it.
Yeah, you know, I don't polish my stuff. I just have it anodized. If
No,
it's,
it doesn't. I mean, but you could polish, you know, just the side cover, I guess.
Yeah.
People do that. You know, what am I saying? People do it. People do that. They buy custom covers and all kinds of stuff.
I still need to get that stupid tinted cover from Safety Uggs.
Yep.
I
I
want
just
it.
heard, I think OP1 talking about, no, somebody else was talking about it.
It was Mossy, I think.
Yeah, maybe it was Mossy trying to ordered some of those clear acrylics.
Off one runs it, right? Clear?
Yeah, I think he does.
Yeah.
I think he does.
Maybe I'll just buy the clear one. Why not?
What's the advantage to running the clear?
Nothing.
Nothing.
That's cool.
It's just a cover.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of nice CNC covers for sale on eBay. And
Do you
whatnot.
have any information on the ZL40 crank for the Minarelli Tan Boy?
What? Do you use a ZL40 crank rod for a Minarelli build?
Like the rod specifically, or do I use just a China crank? Because okay. What I was going to do before I decided to go with a stroker crank, I was going to use a 110 cc crank, and we were just going to weld the pin on it after it was balanced. But okay, so you're talking about just purely the rod and not the webs at all. Personally, if you were down to like splitting cranks and you were actually like about that, then why even bother using a cheaper rod and just, you know, get a better rod, you know, figure out what rod works and the correct length of rod. And then at that point, why not just like buy a stroker crank, you know? But anyways, back to what I was saying. So I was going to use a 110 crank and weld the pin after it had been balanced and trued and everything. Well, balanced, and then you true it after it had been welded. And I just decided that I wanted to go stroker, so I bought a crank from Kelly Kanzler. Yes, Raul, the guy that makes the Avenger. And I don't know. I mean, they're only $200. They're pretty. I mean, stroker crank. Where can you go wrong?
Tailings.
Machine tailings. Thanks, Raul. Very cool.
Yeah, don't forget to mine that case.
Yeah.
Mine that case out. Get them tailings out.
But so for my Athena, I just used a balanced crank from Smolik. Yeah, there's not much to it. I just
Just
have,
buy things from Smolik.
Huh?
That's what Raul likes to do anyways. He'd have preferred to just, if he'd have started
I would
with
imagine them clear covers don't last very long.
I mean, unless you like tighten them down a bunch or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking, just the plastic ages after a couple of years. You probably have to replace it after about every 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, like the one on the blower, the clear blower housing that I have on my 212, like that thing's shot. Like it's got cracks in it and everything. So I'm gonna have to buy a new one, sadly.
Did I see one of y'all had a clear bowl on their carb? I kind of thought that was cool.
I had I had a clear one, but it kind of yellowed over time from the gas. So
Yeah, that's what's going to happen to your side cover.
Huh?
No, that's going to cover the clutch. No, never mind.
yeah,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I would do a clear bowl on one of my cranks. I mean, on one of my carbs, but I don't know. I don't really
It's
see
not
it.
It'd be
critical.
fun for
It's not critical.
troubleshooting.
It has to be airtight.
I mean, it's got to be fuel tight because it's the bowl.
Oh no, I'm talking about the other side. I'm still on the previous subject. Sorry, go ahead.
But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but Raul, for my Athena, I did just have a balanced and trued ZL40 crank.
After all that, so Raul, yes, that was yes, yes. Question was yes.
Hey, if he balances it correctly,
I followed that 100%.
if he balances it correctly,
That
with
was
a dial indicator and a truing stand, not one made out of wood, mind you, then I saw that, Jared.
Jared and I'd make one out of wood.
You got to make one out of metal, man. You got to make one out of metal. Yeah, you throw that thing in the metal truing stand, throw a dial indicator on it, dial it in,
Are you saying it has to be metal for accuracy?
brass hammer? Because think about it like this: wood is going to react a lot more.
Yeah, it's going to flex.
Yeah, it's gonna react a lot more, not only to changes when you tap on it with the hammer, when you tap on the crank with the hammer, but also to your atmospheric conditions, like
Right.
temperature as well.
Shrinkage. Yeah.
Yeah.
Humidity, temperature, it all affects.
Yeah, so that's why it's a lot better to have a metal truing stand, especially if you're in
good answer.
enough said. But don't get me wrong, Raul. Those China cranks, they'll rev to 13 grand before you blow the bearings right out of it. That's about how good the bottom end bearings are for. Now, if it's up to me, get an RDM crank, because I've seen those things will rev to 15 plus. I've seen, I mean, not personally, but I have friends that have done over 15 grand with those cranks. So Kelly cranks, those kind of top out around 12 grand. I mean, not 12, 14 grand. That's kind of the highest that I've really revved mine to. Yeah. Raul's better than that. He uses dental floss and peanut butter to true his crank. I don't even know how you do that.
It's called the dangle technique.
Sure. Sure.
Yeah. Have you ever hung Christmas lights? It's like that.
Huh. Okay. Okay. My Jet moped truing stand isn't made from popsicle stick. Thank you, Mossy. Yeah. Wood truing stand. Why?
Who said they were gonna? You fucking brought up wood truing stand.
Hey, I've seen somebody use a wood truing stand before. So, I mean, no offense to anyone here, but a certain someone just might put together 3 pieces of a 2x4 into the shape of a wood truing stand, and just throw a dial indicator on his bench, and just kind of send the thing home.
I've never seen wood in a machine shop.
Good point. I haven't either, and I worked in one.
Yeah. Well,
But if you got to get it done, make sure you use hardwood.
that's what I'm about to say, man. There's ironwood. Have you ever used ePay? There's ePay, man.
You got a hammer, right, Jared?
I do what I heard.
Well, get her done.
But if you balance that crank with a
No, I'm not.
rasp,
I'm just kidding, man, boy. I know what I'm doing.
oh, you're muted, bud.
Who?
Hey, Ben?
Skip is muted. How did he get muted?
Yeah. Skip.
I can't unmute him. He muted.
All right.
Oh,
All right.
nope.
There you go.
Realized I was muted. I've been trying to ask, what would be better? A half-ass trued one that you tried to do yourself on a shitty stand, or just as it is that comes from the factory?
I'm
I
going to
think-
say as it is as it comes from the factory, because I feel like at least if you if you take it apart and you mess it up by yourself, then you might have something worse than what came from the
Right.
factory.
Okay.
I'm going to help Jared now. Between us,
It's possible that could happen.
I mean,
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I'd be more afraid that I would be worse off.
Yeah, you'd probably be worse off. Okay.
Why? Because I couldn't get any zeros. I couldn't find out where zero actually really was. And trust me.
just say it
I
again.
was sitting here thinking, if I ask him this question, well, what do you think would be better, man? A fucking wooden one, or just how they come from the factory? And I'm sitting here trying not to come. I'm sitting here trying to explain it, and you guys can't even hear me.
yeah, we're just talking to
Japanese
ourselves.
motorcycles and
I'm
stuff,
not
not
trying
the
to be an
second
asshole, man.
It's
cat
like-
bikes. You're better off leaving
Why
a lot
won't
of
you
the load.
answer me?
It's like when my friends are on the phone and I have myself muted and I forget to unmute myself and I'm talking for about 5 minutes straight. Why are these guys not saying a word?
Hey, you're ignoring me.
And I press the unmute button. Oh, hi guys. Yeah.
I got the old cough button over here.
Well, I've only seen a few people actually true the crank, and it was a bit of an ordeal. And they used a metal lathe, to hold it, in
I wouldn't
place.
even know how to balance it. I gotta read up on that.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
mean,
I don't,
it's got a fucking. How do you balance something that's got a fucking a piece of fucking
you balance it.
dangling from
So
it?
you balance it 2 ways. You want to balance the twist in it, imagine my hands are the crank web. So you want to the twist in it that way, and also I think that's basically it. So you'd put them on the web at the top of the webs to measure for run out, up and down,
Mm-hmm.
I think. And then you could also
that it was Manic Mechanic.
I don't
That guy was doing it, and he just turned that out of it. He just
I'm sure it's a
turn it out of it.
process.
out of the webbing. So yeah,
I mean, hey, if
take a few thousandths off, and bam, there it is. Now it's true. Actually, true to the center of the rod, spinning around in circles. Right. That's what you want.
Well, yeah, that's truing. That's not balancing. There's truing and then there's balancing.
I mean, but now it's
right. You're right. That's truing. I'm thinking of truing. Balancing, you have to measure. You have to measure the weight of your crank and your rod and your piston, and Um, and then you what was I gonna say? Holy shit, I forgot. Oh, right. You measure the weight of your rod and your piston, and then you get a certain weight, and then you like I don't know, you add or subtract that or something from something else, and I can't remember.
There's a formula involved.
Wait,
Yeah, there's some way
that was what
about
I was
it.
trying to. And it's a percentage of that you're looking for a percentage of.
Yeah, and you want to like I know for like RDM cranks. Well, I mean, I know for Minarellis,
Can you make a video on this?
I know the optimal weight or the optimal balance factor.
Balance factor, yeah,
is like 55%, but then I know like some people will want to like maybe go a little over, maybe some people will go a little under. I think that I think a lot of that you want to use the weight of your rod and piston to find the optimal balance factor. I think
that's what she said.
I know exactly what I'm trying to say, Dave.
Yeah,
exactly what she said.
Want to use the weight of your rod and your piston.
It's probably a pretty complicated subject when you get right down to it.
It kind of is, but I think Two Stroke Stuffing did a pretty good video on it. I just haven't that's one of the things that I'm not too familiar on.
Yeah, me neither. I know there's there's even like two different kinds of balance. There's one of them is dynamic balance, and the other one is something else. I forget what it's called.
Huh.
Static balance.
I don't know. I'm guessing a word.
Not even have to look up the dynamic to know exactly what the fuck you're talking about.
It is possible to weigh her udders with your webs. Be sure
I'm sure it's a pretty complicated subject.
Only there to minus the mathematical.
Bossy knows all about it.
Weight of the filling coming out of the holes you drill on scale to get close.
That's what she said.
I was going to say that, but yeah.
That's exactly what she said.
I don't know. Some people just like kind of have this like idea that there's like a magical formula where you drill 2 holes here and here, and then you drill.
Yeah, I saw that video.
Yeah, the one from
these guys are
Mafia.
You just stick gas.
Yeah. This is exactly the kind of stuff Dave stuff says, man. Y'all all just give.
You just punch a hole here, man.
No, that's the thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. It might.
These guys were selling their motors, man.
It might work for a way to get it more in balance, but it's.
And if you're drilling out a plug the size of my fingertip, it's got to be so fucking far out of balance that it's incredible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're pulling a half-ounce plug out of it.
At this point,
there's just something wrong with that math. The math doesn't work.
When you deal with cranks, the kind of stuff that you have to do is you have to
They're
math.
all going to be different. Every one of them is going to be at least half.
Yeah, there's no way that they're all. I mean, if they were all the same, then wouldn't we have all the same thing to be able to do to them?
There's a house it made on a crank for a car.
I mean,
factory.
What they're doing is treating
the amount of steps that they go through just to get that thing straight. There's no way China ever going to give us that.
Yeah, no.
There is no quality control.
If you see the videos from
holes drilled in it, so they have balanced it at the factory.
Ish. I mean,
no, that's just where the holes go.
Are they doing? Are they just doing with the guy in the video that we were talking about before?
Yeah, there's videos of guys. There's videos of guys that build those scooter motors for companies in for those whatever, like Yamaha or something like that. They work out of like Pakistan or something, and they they're working in some like dark factory where
Right. I've seen
punch
the
a
videos.
hole here in one crank,
I
or
watched
punch
them build a whole
these
Mack truck
separate
the other
holes.
day.
Not in China.
Yeah, punch these holes here, and then
Not in China, man. In China, it's all mass produced. There's nothing
Yeah, no,
hand-cranked.
I was hand forged.
Yeah, no, but in like
Wow,
in like Pakistan and places like that, India,
Yeah, they got punch presses over there.
I shit you not, dude. I watched these like Pakistani dudes build an entire fucking truck.
I know what you're talking about. It's
They rebuilt a wreck truck.
it's like Pakistani truck repair or something like that.
Yeah, they like there was this truck that got wiped out. The whole cab of it got wiped off. And there was nothing left but a stub.
Yeah, it's when I was working for that machine shop east of my house. When we'd come back from lunch, we'd all sit around the computer and watch those Pakistani truck repair.
Well, dig this, dude. This fucking thing looked like it had been flattened. The cab of the truck looked like it had been flattened by one of them junkyard crushers. They cut all the welds apart, took each part, hammered it back into shape, and then brazed them all back together, sanded it, painted it, puttied it, sanded it, painted it, puttied it, painted it.
Decorate it. Don't forget they decorate this shit.
With all new windows in it.
Green, purple, pink.
Yeah, those are.
It was fucking insane, dude, and it looked like a brand new truck when they were done. It was crazy.
I did watch them add cast iron to a cast iron block the other day, and that was a cool one. I had never seen anybody add cast iron back to the block.
Oh, no shit, yeah.
It had a blown out chunk, dude. They fucking added it back in that blown out chunk.
Did they weld it back in?
And in a sense, dude, they freaking put the engine in a giant fire, dude, until the engine was good and glowy.
Yeah.
And then they mounded up a sand mold around the edge of the motor right there, dude.
No shit.
All real quickly, and they pour molten iron into that fucking.
No fucking shit.
Dude, it was.
That would really work.
It looked like it really fucking worked, dude. I ain't gonna lie.
I guess if they used like metal, if what they poured in there came from another block, it was the exact same metal, it would fuse together good that way.
I'm saying, yeah, it liquefied the iron. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, and they got the block hot enough. Yeah, I guess it would work. That's crazy.
It was. I never, dude. That was a repair of repairs. I'm like, saving the cracked, blown out fucking cast iron. It was it's a giant diesel motor. Though.
Fucking JB Weld here, boys.
It was probably $10,000 worth of motor. I would not be surprised.
Yeah, no shit. No shit. More than that nowadays. Shit, a new truck, man, nowadays. Like,
those big diesels, almost all those videos you watch.
First diesel truck.
Big chunk of fucking motor.
Fucking $200,000. Easy.
You should be able to get a few million miles out of them.
Yeah, you should. I wouldn't want to live that life, though.
Oh, you would have
Sleeping on the side of the road tonight and every night and shit, man. I passed a bunch of them boys coming home tonight, sleeping on the side of the road, spending Thanksgiving on the side of the road.
Oh,
with a big old load behind them. Saddest group of dudes I ever saw.
Bless the truckers.
Oh, it was terrible, man. I felt so bad for them.
Yeah.
As I smoked my bowl, passing them by.
Ah, damn it, man. Damn it. They're stuck in that truck, too.
All fucking toasty.
All right, let's
throwing out their little bottles of piss everywhere.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I just stopped in and say happy Thanksgiving. I'm out of here, man. I'll talk to you later.
Adventure. I'm sorry you didn't get it working, but we're glad to see you. Glad things have been going good for you.
Yep. Talk to you later.
Even up with your shorts and whatnot, you've been, pointing some good things out.
Okay. Okay. You guys have a good night.
You too, sir.
see you, man.
The only Pakistani video I couldn't approve of was the one where they put the forklift forks back on a forklift. Right? One of the forks had snapped off, and they actually welded it back on.
All right, let's see.
And I'm like, no, this is not going to work.
Going here.
But it did, apparently.
Watch some real content.
Is this Tadboy Industries?
Nah, this is
That's a little tiny wheel there. Wonder what size that is. What size do you think that is, Tan?
I don't know.
It looks kind of small. Or is it just me? Look at that seat, man. That seat
They're
is
probably like, I think 18-inch wheels.
fucking got enough tubes on that carburetor to fucking make make thorium out of some shit. Man, it's just fancy. Look at that shit. Like he's got switches or something. What does it do? It tilts. He's got like, you check out the right handle, his right brake handle. You tilt it up or down and it does something.
Yeah.
He's even got a fancy stand for his bike.
Yeah, you know you're cool when you got Brembos on your bike.
Yeah, dual fucking caliper disc brakes. He's got enough braking power on that thing to stop a Harley.
What? Is the screen going to come on?
Yeah, we're not
Let's
getting
switch on it. So.
He's got, I don't know what we just saw, but there's like lights on the computer lighting up when he's doing shit with the clutch handle. Now he's got another laptop over here. He's got like, this dude is like clearly, oh no.
What's his name?
He's insane. We're insanity detected.
Who was it? Or just some
Dude, he's got like
That's
computer
our-
shit on that
Our
bike.
boy, Mr. Will Campbell.
He's got
Will
some. He's got some serious fucking,
Oh yeah, we played him many
fucking
times.
technology going on that motherfucker.
Yeah,
Did you see the computer hookup he's got on it?
dude, I've kept up with his channel. I could not tell it was him though. See, that's how bad it is, though, isn't it?
He's got a.
And I think he wins one heat on the race day there, so at least he did have a winning bike on at least one heat. I'm not sure how many heats he might have won, but
He's got active fuel mixing. That means his fuel mix is perfect all the time
how was it? Are you seeing the oiler?
because it's computerized. It can detect if it's rich or lean and adjust it on the fly. That's what that computer does. So his fuel mix is always right on the dot. That's what all that computer shit was.
Well, when it came down to race day, I felt
Oh,
like
he's gonna blow everybody away with that
I feel
shit.
like he had a bad spot. No, he didn't. Though
He didn't.
he didn't.
You know why? If he didn't, it's because the computers.
I think it was
Not
because he was in a bad gear, and he was afraid to over rev it and pop it on the track. And
Is that right?
He should have went a little bit lower gear. He had all those corners to come out of it. And you know what he wasn't doing either? The fucking guy, dude, that was holding him off. He kept putting some fucking human power on the fucking out after the corner, dude. You know, a good 15, 20 human strokes. And that was working. Fucking Will was refusing to fucking give it any goddamn fucking human power out of the corner. And that human power, dude, that torque range when it needs it.
The one fault with that type of system
Ain't got second gear.
is that it's not the computer. The computer might be trying to do the right thing, but the carburetor might not be able to respond properly. And then or you might have some kind of weird airflow issues, but the computer won't be able to respond to that kind of shit.
Yep, he was
We
tuned for
try to respond to it, but it can't because the hardware won't allow it.
Tune for the straightaway. No, nothing for the corner.
So what I'm trying to say is they're not perfect. Even though you're theoretically running a perfect system, it's not perfect. And that might be why he was holding back on it, because it was leaning out on him at the top because the operator wasn't responding correctly.
Yeah, he needed a pedal. What he needed to do.
He's got to set all them parameters and shit.
Bad pedal position on it anyway. So
by hand.
And their riding position on these things is terrible. It's the worst you can have on a motorcycle.
Yeah, that bike would be a nightmare on the street probably for just riding around. You get off it all with your nuts all squeezed up and your fucking back aching, hands all beat up because you're bent over.
Even when you ride a sport bike, you're standing up, laying down.
Yep.
In that way that you got nothing to put pressure against. They can't lay the bike over.
Yeah, I mean that's another reason you almost have to step up to a felt faker if you're going to go faster.
I seen that that Trent did put the pegs on the rear, and I was curious how that would feel. If you could lean over and hold those and put real weight against it. That way now
I don't know, man. They're just not old man friendly.
No.
Is what it really boils down to. Look at that guy cutting right across in front of him. Huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
Let's watch a lap time. Why not?
Yeah, that was a sick bike, that.
Didn't Smollett win a class this year?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is when Will didn't finish.
What specifically are we watching here? 100cc, Too Fast Racing motorcycle. Moto first heat did not finish.
8 bikes.
Apple Valley Speedway, September 28th, 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I heard the Avenger had some good lap times, but they didn't finish any races.
Yeah, there's clearly an issue here. Ooh. Well, the lines you cut on a bicycle are a lot different than what you cut on a motorcycle.
Yeah. This is a little different.
It's a little bit different. You
No,
can see them getting top heavy.
Different about the video. I'm sorry, guys. There's something different. It's different.
Yeah, you could see the top heaviness of them.
It seems set up in some weird way. Weird.
It's because they're so top heavy. There's just so much mass up top.
Yeah. And you're sitting back on it in a Joe Cool riding position, which isn't, ideal.
No. It feels like it would be though, don't it?
No, I can't stand it. I like to be able to. I'll hold myself up with my leg.
Really, because like when the faster I go, the more I try to get back on the bike. I try to get my butt further and further back the faster I go.
That way, when you impact, you have more time to think about it.
Yeah, it feels like I have more control to me.
I'm just kidding.
I guarantee if I asked a motorcycle guy, he would say no. No, that's just the opposite of what the way it should be. Works for me though. But then again, when I go into the turns, I get all down like this and shit too. So yeah.
Anything that keeps you on the bike.
Yeah, it's all about, you definitely got to manage the weight balance. Your weight balance is something you would manage a lot more here than you would on a motorcycle. If you even worried about it at all on a motorcycle, which I'm sure they do.
Yeah, that's 18 to 22s. I don't know if y'all noticed that or not. The speed down there.
Oh, where is it at, Jared? Oh, yeah, okay, I see. It's a tight track. There's no doubt about
Yeah, definitely.
That's definitely a tight track. My Walmart tires would not grip that like that. I would be off on the side at that speed. There's no doubt in my mind.
That's why all these guys that race, they want to run those. They want to run those really small wheels so you can get really deep into those turns.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's why you don't really see many people running those 26s.
Yeah. You would think that the larger patch would actually be better, but it's
It'll be
really
more
not.
speed. Don't get me wrong, but it just sucks for turning. 'Cause when I go to turn my race bike, I don't need it as far over as these guys do. Oh, and there goes his chain.
I just passed him.
I just thought it says did not finish.
That's what he says. He's just rolling still.
Looks like maybe he didn't finish. He's headed back into the pits.
Free roll. Pretty much back to the pit, dude. That was a pretty good free roll. It broke at the right time. Oh, now we're Flintstoning some. Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Pretty good though, man. That was good. That was good good to see a few laps.
No, he wasn't upset. He I don't even know what
He
he's wrong.
probably blows a motor every other weekend. He's used to it.
I mean, I don't know.
If he doesn't have one in
got
the
a problem with
trailer,
this thing.
then he's not prepared. Right? He's a racer. He should have a motor in the trailer, ready to
He
go.
might.
Just fucking swap that bitch out. Just another day at the racetrack, probably. No? Nobody's
Yeah.
agreeing with me?
I'm agreeing with you.
You think he's crying?
He has to be. He said he was fast. Yeah, that's the truth of it. Yeah, now you done said it, and there's the video. At the racetrack. The only one that we have. The only one known of. Damn it, he lost.
Oh, there's others out there, isn't there?
No. Not that anybody's given word of.
Nah, because I was watching a bunch of them for a while there, dude.
No, we've seen 4 guys buy the same box and all meet back at a drag strip.
It's been a while since I've seen any videos, but about a year and a half ago, man, when I first started doing this. I
It
ran,
was just in Apple Valley. It was just them.
maybe it was somebody else that we just don't know or something.
Yeah, as far as I know, just at Apple Valley offering it.
Yeah. It was at Apple Valley, and
Yeah.
it was like a year and a half ago.
Oh, yeah, no, every year. No, they have it every year.
Yeah.
And 1 year, Leonard's going to make it there if he's still out there in the chat, 1 year.
But they only run one day a year out there?
Or they would run once a month if they could actually get the people to show up. But
Right. That's what,
apparently
yeah,
they get
that's what I thought.
good races a year, one in the spring, one late fall.
Right. Yeah, I could have sworn that they ran a couple of races out there a couple of years ago.
Do they run carts on that track?
That
Yeah,
is
they do.
the track is. You can see that, and I bet those carts are doing real speed.
Oh yeah, they probably do a lot more parts out there.
I mean, they're 50, 60 miles an hour.
All right, here it is for you guys that don't use
Probably
Facebook.
a lot better.
Here you go. This is what you get. Your new stroker cranks for your Avenger 85s. These things are going to be including the PZ22 carb, an intake manifold, and the air filter rear, and then the rear engine mount. Apparently, you'll get longer studs, I guess, to be able to set the motor more forward, so you can run all that stuff on it. And apparently, they're going to be up there when they have them ready. Some fork stuff if anyone likes forks. These are really nice forks. They're KKEs, which are similar to the DNM forks.
It can't be real carbon fiber.
No, they are for this price point. They probably are.
Really, where's
Don't be surprised.
What's price?
I think they're about $200 or $300.
Oh,
No
that
way.
don't sound too bad.
I
I would pay that. I would pay that for steel or
Yeah.
aluminum
Maybe a little.
if I was getting something that looked like that.
Here's a Ken Henson video.
The carbon fiber would be near and over $1,000.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
That's what I thought about figure too.
maybe
Right.
$3,000 to $5,000 even.
Maybe even. Maybe even. I know you walk into a bike shop and look at some of their carbon fiber bikes, and you'll have a fucking heart attack.
Yeah. Turn this whole hobby just upside down in that way. We're like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah, well, fuck yeah.
you're like, oh, we're not even spending. No, dude, we're not even spending anything in bicycles. Not even bicycle money. Nobody even spends bicycle money.
Nope. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I threatened her with that too.
This is well
I
something
could play V8.
for a 110. Who would have thought? People are still actually trying to make the 110 work.
Sometimes it's hard to keep up.
You buy the 110 life fan and it's a 4-speed.
yeah, the 110. Yeah.
There you go.
On 110, I think.
I've been watching you guys for 2 years now and just going, when are these guys going to figure out what works so that I can buy one?
I know it.
Hurry the fuck up.
What is it? That's not a bicycle anymore, though.
This is Thailand.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. Let's see. Rotary stuff. Here's a motorized bike.
Carbon fiber wrap makes it go faster, though, Mossy.
Dude, that looks so Asian. I love
It
it.
does.
That looks so 1952.
Yeah.
It does, man. I love it. That looked awesome.
That big, heavy front end. Not bad.
Oh, what the fuck are we looking at here? What do you think it is, Dan? 16. What is it? Super Rhino 2.1, ready to rumble. 3-inch stroke.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Look at that.
Holes.
What's this?
Oh my god.
It's a weld. Is that fucking? Are we seeing shit? That's fucking. That's photoshopped.
Yeah, it's definitely photoshopped. I mean, look at it.
Yeah, that's photoshopped.
All right. Where's a decent? Yeah, blah 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 blah. There's something for a 4-stroke.
Wow, look at that. That's pretty cool.
It's that 212 vertical build. And who was the guy that was saying something about? Oh, it was Raul.
This is a Hillard clutch. This is a Hillard clutch. The other stuff, those aren't Hillard clutches.
Hey, check it out. The side of the case is polished.
Hey, yeah. Hey, yep. That's a Ghetto Bike engine mount. For anyone who's wondering, they're expensive. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, our guy, a motorized outlaws right now.
Oh, good God. I think this guy's got a problem. Oh. Yeah, I think there's a slight
Is
issue.
that crank all chewed up
Yeah. Look at all that.
in the case too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Probably someone trying for better balance. Nothing.
Yes.
Nothing to really hurt anything. Huh. Okay.
Hmm.
This.
Yeah. I'm sure it's better balanced now. And true. The truing is probably wonderful.
Maybe. Yeah, who knows? Hey, it's my video.
Those are little tiny handlebars you got there. Damn thing's gonna poke you in the face one day. 8-ball with spinner. I wanted to see more of that.
Some
Yeah, I like
motors.
stuff.
Let's see. What else? I don't know. Here's some stuff from Trent. This is right before he blew up his MXS. You can hear.
He's running them little tiny handlebars too.
I see that.
You can hear right there that it was lean.
Yeah, we can't hear it.
Wait, you can't hear it?
Nah.
What? I've been streaming this entire time and you guys can't hear it?
Yeah, no, we haven't heard anything.
Ah!
He was going like 57 there. You know, they always, when they lean out like that, they're always going that's the most you're going to get out of them right there. You know, if it blows up like that because it was lean, you're going the top speed that it'll do pretty much.
Right. It is one of those signs.
Well,
And
That's
now you know.
I just
Maybe not. I mean, that's
annoying that it didn't show any of the or it didn't get any of the
You
sound.
listened to it?
Yeah, I was hearing it.
Oh, you're so lucky.
I think I watched that video before though.
Go watch Will Campbell's videos. Go watch Trent's videos. I guess.
I watch Trent's videos like this half the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but when you see that video from
I
Trent,
can't watch it.
you can hear right when he gets on and you see him go from 3/4 to wide open. You hear it bog. That's lean. And any time that he's running right before that, it's still running lean. It's just not it's just not having a bog condition from it being so lean. So
Right. It's
that's
not
why
happening.
it sees, because when you're running it lean, you're running it way hotter because it's not optimally running. So I think that it got so hot that it that's how it seized, that bearing in it. But I don't know.
I'm sure you're probably correct.
Yeah, that's why a lot of lack of oil.
Yeah, lack of oil and high RPM.
No, playing around with top end.
Who would figure that?
It was from
Well, Jared,
Yeah.
it's you're playing around with top end in the wrong sense, because you're not doing it in the correct way that keeps your engine optimally safe.
I'm not arguing.
And because I mess around with top end, yeah,
Yeah.
but I do it in a safe way.
What he's
I don't run
what
my
he-
lane.
what he's really saying is my statement earlier is incorrect about that's the most you'll ever get, because if you have the proper mix, yeah, you're going to go a little bit faster than being lean.
But
It's
you're
actually
still
shown-
gonna wear it out in a few
You
minutes.
keep
though.
burning hole in the piston, you're not producing any.
Yeah, man, we took the car over to dyno. And how do you know how much power it makes? When it pops. Now you know. Look, it made 514 horsepower. That's
Yeah,
lit.
but for Trent, Trent wasn't running it. He was running it hard in a not powerful sense. Like, he wasn't running it to make as much power as humanly possible, because you saw him. You saw
He
him-
was producing more heat than power.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if he would have been richer, he would have made more power and less heat,
Right.
which means more oil.
The gas, the air pressure that his motor didn't blow because it had high air pressure from each combustion. It blew because the temperature was too high, because the mix,
Yeah,
when you burn it with too much oxygen, is going to be like a blowtorch.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it sees that that bearing.
Having a blowtorch in your cylinder isn't necessarily going to make the gas expand any more.
Yeah, exactly.
Having the correct mix. Correct mix will give you the most expansion.
Yeah.
Well, not now. It's busted.
But I will say, I didn't get to show it, but Trent has he's now taken my old Athena and just absolutely hogged out the intake to be way too massive, in my opinion, way too massive. And so, yeah,
Out of a plug.
so we'll see how we'll see that thing get put to death probably pretty soon. We'll probably
That's
get
a good thing about his channel. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I like his channel. I think his channel is one of the best ones.
I mean, don't get me wrong; it's pretty good. He's like LA Hover on crack almost.
Well, he does a fair job of editing too,
Yeah, he does a good job of editing.
and that makes him big. His production standards are somewhat better than a lot of people, I think, and
Yeah.
that actually counts for a lot.
LA hover on crack. That's a good one.
Maybe even more than going fast. I mean, he's got he's got it going. He's got the bikes. He's got the will. He's got the balls. He's got the editing capabilities, even though he's deaf.
But I will say one thing: he doesn't have the tuning capabilities.
Oh.
I mean, I'm kidding.
Hey,
Yeah,
you
I mean, don't get me wrong. It took
Tan.
he had it running for he
Tan,
had his Athena running pretty good.
how much of that do you think could be because he is deaf?
I think about 75% of it.
You think? Yeah.
I feel like
he's at a
those
disadvantage.
implants of his. I feel like those implants of his underneath his helmet
Uh-huh.
are just not optimal like our ears would be to
Yeah, his
they wouldn't be optimally
His perception may not be as sharp as ours.
yeah they wouldn't be conducive to being able to hear with the wind, because think about it like this: if you have wind passing over a microphone, then you're going to hear wind noise.
Hell, they may even be designed to cancel out some of that noise.
I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, they probably are, but you're not gonna be hearing clearly what is going on underneath that bike, because underneath that in that frame.
Yeah.
So you might not hear the bog, even though you would feel it. But
Flossie, I says that he can hear the plug color. What do you mean? He's got the cochlear implant.
Yeah, but that's not gonna
beamed
tell
into
you,
his brain
that doesn't
24/7.
you got it tuned to the plug.
Plug.
Yeah, dude, he got a dial on that
Colors
thing. It's a high tech.
in the ballpark.
Yeah, you know why? You know why the plug was too hot?
That's
Because
it.
the tune was too off. Yeah.
He can't hear the plug color.
No, but he's at a disadvantage. He can't.
Yeah.
He can't. His sensory perception in that respect is just
The only problem is that is that, you guys don't know this, but we're really active on the Discord. So it's like me, the guy that built my Piaggio, and Trent, and a bunch of other people, always telling him constantly, it's lean here, it's lean there. I
Oh, he's not
there's a
listening.
screenshot of my motor builder, MFL Manufacturing, telling Trent, in a long list of probably 15 plus times, every time Trent would send a clip of his bike running, he would say, "Sounds lean. It sounds lean. It sounds lean. It sounds lean. It sounds lean."
Maybe he thinks lean is
So-
good. Maybe he thinks he's
No.
on something.
Lean is fast.
You think he knows better than that, right?
Lean is fast.
Jared, you said he's fast.
Lean is
Oh,
fast.
lean is fast.
It is for a bike like mine, right? For my
Uh,
gas bike, yeah, where the tuning is not real good because I'm using a shitty Bofang carb where a single jet, and every tune is a compromise between what do you want? You want it to be lean up high, you want it to be lean up low. What do you want?
Yeah,
You're gonna lean somewhere. You got no choice. But wherever that is, yeah, that's probably where it's gonna be the fastest.
Lean is fast, but
But it's
well, I don't even I don't know about that. It's fast to a certain extent. When you're too lean, that's when you start becoming.
let me put it this way: when my bike starts to go lean, I know that's where I'm getting my power. Right? It's not going to give me anything when it's too.
I mean, when
And
it's
I'm not.
when
I got it set up because I got it set up so that it's rich.
yeah,
in one area and
I-
lean in another.
in
So-
a certain extent, you want it to be rich, but you want it to be rich, or you want it to be just not rich enough to where once it clears up and gets into the power band, because it'll clear up right as you get into the power band, it'll lean out there.
Exactly.
You only want it to be leaned out to a certain extent to where you don't have heat problems because of it being too lean.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And that's where I'm fastest. That's
That's
where I'm fastest, and that's where
And that's the only sense of where Jared could be correct about that.
right.
Anything more
On a shitty bike, it's true.
detrimental. It's extremely detrimental to the health of your motor.
I'm
And
telling
Trent,
you, it burns up from being too lean. You'll say,
and,
man,
and
that's
Trent is the
ever ran.
walking, talking example of it. No offense, buddy. I know you're probably watching this.
I think here. All right. Here's my analysis of the situation. I think that he is ignoring you guys because he's focusing on just getting some content in the can and on the air.
I feel like he's fed up with us trying to tell him the same thing, even though a lot of us are saying the same thing, which is right, but he might not see it in his eyes because he thinks that he's right about his tune because it goes fast or something like that, but it's not reliable if you're blowing up motors. And if you blow up a $200 crank like that, which I haven't done yet, and I have the same exact crank as he does, and which also he's been running his motor for what, not even a month. He hasn't even had that MXS for a month. So I mean, I don't know what to say.
Do you think he could be falling victim to that old adage of if you're not
All right.
blowing shit up, you're not trying hard enough, or some dumbass hick shit like that,
Yeah, you got
It's-
to break stuff.
Yeah,
You don't have to break stuff. You really
Moving at
don't.
the
he just
speed,
hasn't learned yet. He just hasn't learned yet.
stuff on the way, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I never blew up a single piston with that Athena. But you know why? Because I was running it too rich. But when I eventually did get it running right, it was pretty fast, and but I didn't abuse it, which he kind of did. He abused it when he got it. I mean, I gotta admit that. But
We all knew he would.
yeah, I mean, I was just like, don't massacre my boy, but he massacred my boy. Look how we massacred my boy.
That's terrible. You said it to him, and you knew what was going to happen. You knew.
Yeah, you guys have a good one. I'm gonna fly.
Thank you.
It is getting
I really
stupid.
appreciate it. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for hanging out with
Thanks,
us.
guys.
Yeah,
Have a good time, you guys. It's 2 a.m. here.
yeah. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna get off my high horse for tonight.
Mike Go and Brian the Bike Guy.
Great hanging out with you guys.
Before.
Yeah. For sure.
And Eduardo Espinoza, Willard hung out with us extra late.
Customer's always right. Well,
Miller.
once Trent gets out of that,
Trent Bikes, Motorized Andrew, Farquad 22, Paul
shout out
Gill.
NFL Manufacturing, best
Getting,
Piaggio builder around.
getting there was Paul Gill.
Yeah.
Whatever happened to Road Score, we'll never know. Anybody else? Eduardo, good night, sir.
Shout out Stage 6. Shout out Uma Racing. Shout out Moto Gaga.
Oh yeah, Eunice or Edmund. I don't even know what to say. Eunice threw in one there. She popped on the board as well.